Take it from a business owner's perspective. If this is your business and that's your passion, you're going to be happy that you're doing it, and you're going to be happy with the money that you get. But what are you doing outside of your business that's going to help you help yourself? What's going to allow you to build your energy and your frequency higher outside of your work?
The mind is like a flexible mirror. You got to adjust it if you want to see a better world. The greatest freedom is to be free of our own mind. What's going on, MGE family? Welcome back to another episode of the Monetary Gain Empire podcast. As you can see, it's special because you see us on yoga mats, and we also have a special guest. A special guest that's changing lives one session at a time, and that's willing to do anything to help people get to the next level in their lives. We got KJ. How you feeling, brother?
Nice to have you.
Nice to have you. Great. It's good to be here, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks for having us in the studio. You know?
Yeah, this is nice.
Thank you. You know, this is an open space, so I mean, if you want to come in. It's all on you.
For sure. So one of the questions that I want to start off on is your journey, bro. I mean, because I remember when we first started working together, you told me your vision, you told me the name and everything, and it's here. So what was the journey? How was it like, bro?
A lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
A lot of just overthinking and, you know, getting outside my comfort zone. You know, going to college. I originally wanted to go to college for physical therapy, but the spots were full, and I was met with a decision to either change my major or wait. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just be undecided for a while. And then, like, you have to wait till around your sophomore year to kind of decide your major. And I talked to my counselor, and he was like, you know, you might well look into social work. So I did the whole social work route. I did a little bit of psychology. I still wanted to do something with exercise because I love to exercise. I like being fit, I like being healthy. So I did get into exercise physiology as well. But while I was at school, at the time, it was my junior year, I got into longboarding. So a longboard, if you guys don't know, it's a skateboard, but it's just like twice as long and a little bit wider. Yeah, so me and some of my friends, we were going down this hill trying to get back to our house. And at the time, they were doing construction. And there was a lot of gravel rocks in the road and whatnot. So I was coming down this hill, and I was going to make a turn, but it was a car coming up where I was going to turn, so I had to keep straight. But when I was going down and I was going to make that sharp left to go, a rock got caught in my wheel, and my whole board just stopped in place, and I flew off the board into the sidewalk and cracked open my head. Had spinal fluid coming out my ear, had a concussion, had 3 stitches. And I say all that to get to the healing aspect of that experience. So my mom, she was the one that was into Reiki therapy before I was. And she was a part of a Reiki group that would pray and do Reiki for others. And, you know, even like my friends and family came to see me in the hospital. I just had a whole bunch of people just, you know, sending me positive energy, sending me healing energy. You know, it was something that was new. and I wasn't used to having so many people in my face all at one time.
Yeah.
I was just trying to rest, to be honest. But just having all that positive energy around me, it healed me. I was supposed to be in the hospital for like more than a month and a half. I got out in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. They were shocked that I healed so quickly.
Yeah.
I had challenges. Going back to school, I couldn't look at a computer for no more than 5 minutes because that concussion, it messed up my vision. So I feel like someone threw a flashbang at me and I just couldn't look at the screen, or even just reading books, like my eyes would just get tired over time. So that was a challenge. Like all my professors gave me extensions on my papers and stuff. It was supposed to be done at the end of the semester in December. I didn't turn most of my stuff in until like the spring. But they still let me pass. I graduated on time. So it was just going through that was kind of expansive.
Yeah.
Because I had to learn how to study again, like differently. Usually I'll go to the library 2 hours, 3 hours, listen to music, play some games, whatever, and just do my work. But I really had to separate how I study. Like I would study 10 minutes, stop, 20 minutes, stop, 10 minutes, stop, go outside, get some water, come back. Because if I just sat there, that stress of just like sitting there and like just staring at something, it was just too much, so. But I also got into meditation because keeping my eyes closed was very healing. It took the stress off my eyes and just allowed me to just be still for a little bit. So with that, I started meditating more often. I talked to my mom about the Reiki classes, and I went through all 4 levels. There's 3 levels plus the master teacher level. I'm working on that right now. But, as a level 1 practitioner, you learn how to heal yourself first. You're not allowed to touch anybody. You just get your manual that you get in the first class. You just do your own research and you practice on yourself. And then once you get to the second level, one of the requirements were to practice on others, and for you to get your certification to like actually have a business, you have to do at least 40 people to get your certification. So in the past like 6 years, I've served over 80 people,
That's
men,
great.
women, like older, like in their 50s, some in their 20s. I got kids that I see as well, so everybody's going through something. But when I say that, it's neither good or bad. People just have ways of thinking that they need to process. Reiki is a good way to allow yourself to get a reflection out of yourself so that you can see yourself in a different way, so you can get a new perspective. Because you can get caught up in your own way of thinking and not even see the bigger picture of what you're doing in the first place. So getting my LLC and your EIN number and like getting all your insurances and stuff like that, it's a whole process even before you even get a space. I first started out my house. I had people coming to my house doing sessions with me. I still made sure legally everything was okay. Have your waivers, have your insurance, stuff like that. Make sure that there's consent within in the session itself. Make sure people know that this is a safe environment. Everything's confidential. Everything is just, here for you, not for anybody else. And so after being inside the house for, I think it was about 2.5 years or so, almost 3 years, I found this place. And, as time goes on and you master yourself, you can start projecting your future a little bit better because you're more in tune with yourself. And one thing that I like to practice is just like a visionary meditation. So if you want to, you want to get $10 from a friend.
Yeah.
You like meditate on it, and you like picture your friend, and you have the whole conversation that you want to have with your friend, and you'll see that $10 getting passed to you. You know, that's just a practice of meditation, so that you produce what you want without having a lack of confidence. Okay.
Kind of remind me of the law of assumption. You know, when you, because everybody know affirmations, but the law of assumption is you acting as if you already have it, like you obtain it.
Yeah.
And so when you get, so it's a mindset thing. So in your mindset, you can put it in a state where, oh, I already obtained it. It's like it naturally just comes to you.
Yes. Yes.
Because your mind is in that state of, oh, I obtained it. I have it. It's mine. So eventually, that's what your mind projecting. That's how you manifest it.
Yes, yes. And that's one tool out of all the different tools that you can use to manifest what you want. You know, like there's an example I always love to use about how to manifest things is the TV that I have in the studio. I got that from one of the was it Employee Appreciation Day that we had at Beachmont Country Club.
Okay. Yeah.
So I walked in there and I saw that TV and I was like, oh, that's mine. Like I didn't say like, oh, I'm gonna win that TV or like anything like that. I literally said, oh, that's my TV right there with 100% certainty. And you know, they call us up to get our little raffle tickets. I put my hand in there. I'm like, okay, that's the one. Pick it up. They say the number for the TV. I see my car ticket. I'm like, oh yeah, I get my TV.
Yeah.
You know, and what that kind of goes with too is your nutrition. You know, if you don't feel 100%, then you're not going to get 100% out of your experience. You know, if you usually get 12 hours of sleep, and the day before you get only like 6, you're going to feel different. You know, you might feel energized, but you won't have the same energy that you had the day before with the 12 hours. You know, so you got to find a balance. But yeah, when it comes to the studio, I mean, this place used to be a barbershop.
Really?
Yeah, so all these walls in here, they were all red when I first came in here.
They were all red?
Yeah, it looked very, I don't want to say demonic, but
yeah, it was all red.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
What the shop used to be called?
I don't know.
I wonder, like, cause like how the doorway set up, like that's a weird place to put a barber shop in.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a very weird place.
And the therapy room that I have in the back is it had like a recording studio in there. Yeah, so they were just.
I understand who the individuals were.
Yeah.
It kind of remote, like it's like a barbershop in a recording studio,
like imagine like
that's something Tyshawn was talking about doing.
He was talking about doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I couldn't imagine getting my hair cut and then somebody like making music and I don't know.
Yeah, so
that's a unique combination. I'll say that's a unique combination.
Yeah, so and I never met the person that owned this place beforehand. There was some legal stuff that happened. I didn't want to read into it because I didn't need to know. It wasn't for me, you know. So I took probably 2 weeks to get the red out.
I remember you was painting the walls when you was first like getting the place together. You was first you had painted it one color, then you had changed it. I don't know what color you had painted it first.
So it was always white.
It was? Oh, okay.
But the thing is, it was the wrong paint that I was using.
Oh,
I had to get like a more textured paint since these walls, whatever paint they used was like very exorbitant. So whenever I would paint over it, you will see red seeping through the white.
So you had to use like 4 to 5 different coatings.
Yeah, like 12 coats.
Wow, yeah.
Be here all dang day.
Yeah, because these walls, this building used to be some type of insurance company, and each wall is a paneled wall, so it's not like drywall or or brick or anything like that. It's a certain material that just soaks in paint. So I had to put like 12 coats around this entire place.
How many buckets you had to buy?
Yeah, and the thing is too, they have their logo about like right over here, and that was the hardest part to get rid of because it was different colors.
Oh, okay.
You know, so it was the red plus like their logo with it was like their name with the barber pole and the clipper going around it, and it was massive. It took up the whole wall. Yeah.
How long did it take you to like repaint the whole room?
I'd say about 3 weeks, because I would come in, put a coat on, let it dry.
Right.
Just kept doing that process over and over again. And then I did have some help, like my girlfriend, the 2 coaches that I work with for personal training, my nephews. But yeah, so I didn't do it alone, so that was nice.
So yeah.
That's one thing I learned on like throughout the journey. Like we ain't gotta always get it perfect. And so like we never even want perfect. That's like you walk into the store, right? You're not just gonna have a perfect walk. No, you might trip over a crack. You might be walking sideways, but you still get to your destination.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't always be thinking about trying to get it right, trying to get it perfect. All you gotta do is just go.
Yeah, just go.
You're gonna hit roads wrong along the way, but you're still gonna get to your destination.
Yeah, because you're always going to be learning. There's always going to be some type of lesson going on. So when it comes to the journey, I had moments of like, why am I doing this? Who's actually going to support me? I had my low moments of just like despair about starting a business, because I had the knowledge. Like, I know I'm good as a practitioner. I know I'm a good personal trainer, but I'm not a good business person. And there's so much that goes into it. Just not paying the bills.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to think about marketing. You got to think about your social media presence, because we live in a digital era now where if you're not on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever it might be, you don't exist.
Yeah.
It's word of mouth is how I started.
Yeah.
That's your greatest form of advertisement, word of mouth. Having people that tell people that tell people.
Yeah.
So doing like pop-up events, those are pretty big. You might have a pop-up event in like your suburban area, like in Larchmere. They had a pop-up event over there for a lot of fitness and healthy shops, like different food stuff and stuff like that. There's a pop-up event going on at Warrensville Heights at the end of this month, but that's more for the faculty and the kids. But different schools would do it, different neighborhoods would do it, different some businesses would do it. Like our other coaches, they'll have little pop-up events inside the gym. We'll sponsor the people that we know. Like, we have some clients that have their own little business and they want to promote their business.
Yeah.
Because we all want to grow together.
Right.
We all look at each other as business, not just someone that just comes in and works out and goes home.
Yeah.
Everybody's got something going on where they want that money, they need that money, and they want to produce more money. So you just gotta take care of your community.
That's true. So I do have another question for you. So everybody has their own definition of health, right? And with you, with everything that you have going on and the way you present your studio, I feel like you even mentioned earlier, healing is very important to you. And healing also includes health as well. So what is your definition of health?
So there's different parts of that. So you got, your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, and then just you overall as a person. Your identity is your last part of your health. So if going into all of that, your physical health, that's just eating right, exercising, meditating, doing breathing exercises, allowing your body to feel like a plant more than an animal. You know, then you have the mental health. Mental health is how often are you thinking about other things outside of yourself versus worrying about yourself. You know, if you dig more into your own personal growth, your own personal way of interacting with others, improving your communication skills, improving your vocabulary, improving, you know, just your posture.
Yeah.
Because how you look and how you behave in front of people is what you're gonna get from them.
Yeah.
Like if I come to you all slunched over and I'm like, hey, how you doing? You're not gonna fuck with me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not. You're not.
You know, if I come up to you, chin up, head high, and I look in your eye and say, what's up? That's first contact of like, oh, okay, this is a real person I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, judgment comes in. Try to live without judgment, but you know, living in Cleveland, you never know what's going on in people's mind. I always blame it on the weather.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a big thing, especially, you know, with Cleveland and with cities like Cleveland. You know, we lose ourselves because there's so many distractions going on within the city.
Yeah.
And it's like we just lose ourselves in entertainment, social media, and hanging around the wrong crowds. So it's like when it comes to, and that goes with mental health, like, you know, it's important that, I think we had talked about it on one episode, it's important to surround yourself with people that's educating themselves and wanting to improve themselves as an individual and willing to, you know, have that energy that people can reciprocate, you know, like good energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's important that we as a unit at least try to like push out the narrative to just grow with positive energy.
Yeah.
You know? So instead of just trying to pursue the entertainment and, you know, all that other stuff, you know, because I feel like what we got going on now, you know, our purpose of like talking on a higher level, trying to teach the youth on how to do some soul searching and, you know, learn about yourself as an individual. You know, I feel like that's the most powerful thing you can do is inspire. So
because not only is we helping them, but we also reprogram our subconscious mind.
Yeah.
And a way to reprogram your subconscious mind is, you know, be who you say you want to be, and you know, repeat those words and repeat, like it's all through repetition. Repetition is like you program your subconscious mind. So if we grew up in poverty and that's all we know, that's all our subconscious mind gonna know. That's all it's gonna project.
Yeah.
And we start talking at a high level and talking positivity and being great, and we constantly repeat that to our subconscious mind. That's all it's gonna hear, and that's what we're gonna project. Everything in this world is projection.
Yeah. What you put out is what you get back.
Yeah.
For sure.
We are rewiring ourselves.
At the end of the day, you're gonna get a reward. You do negative things, you're gonna get a negative ass reward. You do positive, you help people, you're gonna get a positive reward.
Yeah.
Everything has a consequence.
Yeah.
Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah. But yeah, I totally agree with you when it comes to health. Like, I feel like there isn't just one subject of health.
Right.
I feel like it most definitely includes mental, physical, identity. What was the other? Spiritual. Yeah, I feel like it's just like, it isn't just no one, you know, definition of health, right? I feel like it just includes in multiple different areas.
I like to call that wealth.
Wealth, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like, when most people hear of wealth, they think of finance. No, when I hear wealth, I think of literally everything that makes your overall well-being. So how you are financially, how you are physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, everything.
Yeah. And I had recently just had a conversation with somebody. He had asked me, okay, he was like, be honest. So if you was to get a job that pays about, say you get a job at McDonald's that pay about $100,000, and the other option is you actually working, doing what you love, but you get paid less.
Oh.
And I'm like, he said, be honest. I said, honestly, I would do what I love and get paid less, honestly. And because I want to be able to go into that job actually enjoying what I'm doing and actually won't have to think about, man, I'm ready to go home, bro. I'm like that tiredness would be like, bro, I just want to go home, bro. Like,
or I would say how I would probably respond to that. I would take the 100,000 job, but I would use that to fund what I really want to do.
That's what a job is for. I feel like if you really don't know what it is that you want to do in life, you should not be working on 9 to 5. Because then at that point, that 9 to 5 becomes your life.
Right.
And so there's nothing wrong with working a job to fund what it is that you want to do. And also doing something that you love on the time that you can't control could feel the same as the working a job you hate. And also, what was I gonna say? Oh, so like, 'cause I be hearing like older folks saying like, oh, these young people don't want to work, they lazy. It's not because of that, but it's like we watched y'all
struggle,
work 40, 30 years at a job you really don't like, and we not really seen y'all enjoy life. And it's like our subconscious mind, we gonna automatically reject the idea of working a job for 40 years. And so that's why in today's era, like if you ask most millennials, what is it that you want to do career-wise? Most of them gonna say rapping, athletes, entertainment, because we rather do something that we love doing, getting paid less, than doing something that we hate, making 10 times more. You gotta think about your mental health.
For sure.
I mean, take it from a business owner's perspective. If this is your business and that's your passion, you're going to be happy that you're doing it, and you're going to be happy with the money that you get.
Yeah.
But what are you doing outside of your business that's going to help you help yourself? What's going to allow you to build your energy and your frequency higher outside of your work? Because even take my business, for example. This is about raising your frequency.
Yeah.
Me doing Reiki therapy, it does put me in a state of relaxation, and it does allow me to raise my vibration as well. Yeah. But I'm doing that constantly with people. And sometimes when you're going back and forth with trying to you're not really healing people, you're just spending time with people. Because everybody that comes in here, they're doing their own healing. I'm just an observer. I give them the tools, I guide you, but you're the one putting in the actual work. But when I go home, I shut my brain off. And what I mean by that is everything that happens in here stays here.
Yeah.
I don't bring it home.
Present moment.
Yeah.
Right. Stay present in the moment. Make your money. Make your business. Whatever needs to be done, do it. But when that's over with, turn your brain off. Relax. Get some water. Play some video games. Go out to nature and just hug a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do whatever makes you happy outside of your work. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoy this, all of this. I love seeing people change their behaviors. I like that smile people have when they come off the massage table and just like, damn, it really ain't that bad.
I know about that because when I had my session, I was like, shit, like that was cool. It was a nice experience, yeah.
Because that's what I feel a lot of people forget. It's how to relax. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, because life happens. Your mom might be sick. Your dog may have just died. The job is going under because of new management. All different things can happen, but if you can't take that experience that's causing you to feel low and separate yourself from that to bring yourself up, that's a power. That's a superpower.
Yeah.
The ability to look at something that's not desirable, but be like, oh, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Being able to say what's next.
What's next?
Not saying, oh, how am I going to figure this out?
Yeah.
Being in a state of contemplation.
Yeah.
Because if you're always thinking, you're not doing anything.
Idle mind is a devil workshop.
Certainly.
Yeah.
The thinker versus the doer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Another thing that I want to dive into is your juices.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because I know you make like a lot of different juices. Like, what's the one you drinking right now?
So this one right here, this is watermelon, cantaloupe, apple, lemon, cayenne pepper, and sea salt.
Okay.
So what this is doing is doing a few things. The main thing is helping my digestive system, allowing things to process and to move out and be flush.
Yeah.
Your watermelon and your honeydew and your cantaloupe, that's all good for your gut. It also helps your skin. It also helps with hydration. The lemon in there has that citric acid, so the citric acid kind of helps break down fats in your stomach, and it kind of helps clean your stomach lining as well, so you get a better flow. The sea salt that's in there, that kind of helps absorb the oxygen that's inside the water of the fruits. I mean, part of the fruit is all water too. So you got the hydrogen in there, and you want that salt to kind of solidify in your body so that you can actually produce oxygen in your body and make you feel awake. Because the more oxygen that you have going to your brain, the better your brain operates.
I just learned something more.
I had some watermelon today.
There you go. And I always say, I mean, there's nothing wrong with just eating the fruit, but juicing, it's a lot easier on the body. We're always eating, always trying to put something down. So your body's always working. You got to think about your organs just as much as your muscles. If you go to the gym and do 100 push-ups and you get that pump, like, yeah, your arms look bigger, but now your arms are fatigued. Same thing with you eat. You eat, and your stomach and your liver and your kidneys and everything is getting bigger, but they're getting stressed out. Because they're always working.
That's why I started learning. Like, I try not to eat after 8 o'clock because, like you said, your body, like your digestive system, when you eat, your body is working hard to break that down. And so, what happens is when you eat past 8 o'clock, aka when the sun sets, starting to go down, and you eat and you go to sleep, while you sleeping, your body's still doing its job. It's working. You're not letting it rest.
Yeah.
You're not letting it fully rest. And so that's something I'm starting to practice.
Yeah, that's a major key right there, because when it comes to like weight loss and stuff like that, when people talk about intermittent fasting and all that jazz, like some people can get a little crazy with it. I always say, give yourself 3 hours before you go to sleep. Usually my last meal is around 6 o'clock. I mean, I'm not perfect at it all the time. Sometimes I have a meal at like 8, 9, whatever. But, around 6 o'clock is when I'll have dinner. And what happens is you'll eat, you digest it, you go use the bathroom, and then you'll be on an empty stomach. Okay? Follow me here. So when you go to sleep, like you said, your body is still working. Your body's working out. So what happens when you're asleep, you usually lose about 300 to 250 calories in your sleep. And if you want to lose weight, there's a hack there. If you sleep on an empty stomach, lose calories while you sleep, and don't eat until lunchtime in the morning, but also work out in the morning, you probably just lost the extra 1,000, 2,000 calories right there. And that's going to add to you losing weight on a consistent basis, instead of trying to eat, then work out, eat again, work out, and then go to sleep. You put yourself in a calorie deficit at night, so when you wake up in the morning, you work out, you can capitalize on that deficit to even lose more, and then you'll eat.
That's a joke. And it's like, it's crazy, because even in the morning, like I can't eat as soon as I wake up. Like, my body needs time to wake up.
And the other thing too is everyone is a different case. Like you just said, you don't want to eat in the morning. I always eat in the morning. I don't really eat dinner all like that. Everybody's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Your body clock might be different than his body clock. And how people are different on that level is it's all kinds of different aspects of that. It could be age, race, if you're male, female. You know, a lot of my female clients, I can't recommend the same diet that I would to a male.
Yeah.
You know, their whole chemical makeup is so much more different than ours, that they're so sensitive. Like if like something as small as an egg, if they eat a whole egg versus egg whites, there's a difference. Because if they eat the whole egg, they might be bloated, but if they eat just the egg whites, they won't bloat.
Damn,
Like
that's crazy.
There's these micro things that goes into learning about yourself, and some of it is trial and error.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's one of the best teachers. Like figure out what works and figure out what don't work.
Yeah.
So you just keep going with what works.
Yeah, yeah, you really do. Because if it works, it works. You know, and I'm still learning. I don't know everything about nutrition. I know what works for me, and I reciprocate that to other people. But I also say do your research. You know, I always tell people to take vitamin D pills because they feel tired. But sometimes you just need to have a better sleep schedule. You don't even need to take pills. You know, or you might need to work out more, you know, so you can exhaust yourself. Because sometimes people that have like insomnia and stuff like that, yes, they're overthinking, and there's a part of their brain that won't allow them to sleep. But if they take, you know, there's some medications that can induce it. But if you really focus on your breath and learning how to exhaust yourself at the same time, you can learn how to relax. You know, because sometimes if I'm up late and I can't sleep, what I'll do is I'll go outside for a little bit and just take in some fresh air. I'll go back inside, and then I will, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I would take the feeling that I feel outside and try to re-feel that inside. And,
that makes perfect sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
That remind me of that meditation you was telling me about. The what was it called?
Just the vision aspect or something else.
It was something like that.
Well, when it comes to doing something like that for like sleep, that's a little bit easier versus than like manifesting, because it's funny enough, it's easier to relax than it is to you know, go run 5 miles.
I was talking more so like the transmutation part.
The transmutation
like
part.
Like you say, you take those feelings that you had outside.
Okay, so that goes back into Reiki therapy.
Yes, that's
Okay.
it.
So when it comes to Reiki therapy in that aspect, what we're doing is a total flush. You know, allowing that all that energy that you've collected that's making you feel so tense or stressed or depressed or whatever it might be, you know, we're taking that energy and moving it out. And whatever way your body expresses that, you know, sometimes people will have body twitches, some people might see colors, some people might have a vision, some people might not even see anything. You know, we take that experience and identify what that is connected to for a behavior standpoint. So if you have a hard time falling asleep because you're thinking about where you're going to get your next job, then you might have lower back pain. And you might exhibit a tingle in your back, or you might feel heat in your back, or you might just be aware of a feeling in your back because your back houses your financials. So whenever you see somebody that's always thinking about money or how to get money and stuff like that, look at their posture.
Financially exhausted.
Exactly, because they're always working. Even if they can't find work, they're still working because they're thinking, they're overthinking.
They're not being in the present moment. They
Right.
back in their mind, they still thinking about work.
Right. Yeah, so there's a lot of aspects to it. You know, that's just one perspective, and that's what I always say to all my clients after all my sessions. You know, you can listen to me, you can take my advice, but it's all perspective. You can take it and run with it, or you can throw it in the garbage. You know.
choice is yours.
The choice is
The
yours.
choice is yours.
Everybody also receive information differently too.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's good to give like your knowledge, your advice, but it's about the experience that you learn from the most.
It's definitely the experience that you get the most data from, because that's the most interactive. You know, if you're not a very communicative person and you don't adapt from communication, like you actually need physical interaction to produce some type of change in yourself, then you have to learn the opposite end, because you're lacking in one aspect of yourself. So if you're always used to, working, doing physical labor instead of using your voice, you might not fully exceed in what you're trying to do. Like because that's why I like partnering personal training with Reiki therapy. We work with the outside, then we work with the inside. Get the body right, get the mind right. It's just two different sides. You gotta balance. It takes practice, it takes discipline. You gotta have that desire.
Yeah.
I always say you gotta have desire. If you don't have desire, then you're just gonna have acid.
They talked about that the most in this book I'm reading called Think and Grow Rich.
Mm-hmm.
That like you say, you gotta have desire.
Yeah.
And what it is that you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, your personal training, like I've been seeing your results of your clients, bro, and they've been truly amazing. And so what is your main focus and your goal when it comes to personal training right now?
Well, first off, thank you for recognizing the work that we put in out here. It depends on the person. If they want to lose 50 pounds, then that's what we're going to do. If you want to gain muscle, then that's what we're going to do. You got to talk about it. And sometimes some people's goals change. One day they'll be like, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay. 2 weeks go by, they lose 10 pounds. I want to lose another 10 pounds. Okay, we do the same thing, do the same process. I don't challenge people in their goals. But what I will do is make them see other opportunities within their goals. So if you lose 10 pounds and you feel lighter, you might want to change your endurance then. You might want to do more endurance training and get your endurance up. Now you got your endurance up. How about your strength? We'll get your strength up. Let's work on that. So people can get caught up in their own goals, but not see the other things around their goals that can produce more. Because I'll have somebody that he actually came to me to lose weight and train to go into the firefighter academy. When we first started, he was here every day, 5 times out of the week, and we'll be here at like 8 o'clock at night, and he'll be here from like 8 to 10. He'll do a 2-hour session. This is when I first started out, and I kind of just accepted anybody and everybody. And you kind of learn your schedule as you go. But at that time, he kept showing up. He put in that work, and maybe I think it was 2 months passed by. He just fell off. He stopped coming. He didn't know what to do with himself because he lost his job. But at the same time, he found himself within that, and he came to me for life coaching and stuff like that, just to get a different perspective to re-attain his goal. And I was like, you put in all this work in your body, but you don't put enough work into your mind. And when I said that, it clicked for him. He took the opposite side of what he was doing and took that energy and put it to something else. Instead of focusing on working out, he focused on his mental health. He worked on building his internal energy so that he can communicate to others better. You know, and once he mastered that aspect of himself, then he got back in the gym. And then we didn't do 5 times out of the week, we just do 3 times. And the training was still the same. You know, I'm a tough trainer. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat you. You know, my whole thing is just finish. It might be a hard workout, it might be high reps, it might be high volume on the weight, but just finish. Take your time. I ain't got nowhere else to be. This is my life. This is your life. Let's get this together. You know, so you're gonna take the time and take that care that you need. And he took his, he took his firefighter test, and one of the requirements was this agility test. The max time was 7 minutes. He finished in 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Ooh, that's nice.
You know, because he took the time to master both sides. Because if he would have went in there on that 5 times out of the week training, he probably wouldn't have done as well. Because his body wouldn't have been rested.
Yeah.
You know, his body wouldn't have been rested. His mind wouldn't have been rested. He had to master all of those aspects of himself before he can take that test and pass it with flying colors. Balance.
And speaking about balance, that was going to be the next topic too.
Yes.
You know, and earlier we was talking about balance, and you was talking about how you feel like now in your life you feel like you just now getting to the point of, before you was talking about like how people was just ordering juices back to back, and you was like, okay man, I gotta make sure that I drop off these juices and stuff. And you said, no, I'm just doing it one at a time. You know, and you know, we probably covered the conversation, but you know, I just want to talk about that again. You know, I forgot what I was gonna say. You was talking about how spending time with yourself and like just getting me time, and just knowing when it's like just trying to not interfere the business with me time in a way, like
Learn how to separate.
Yeah, just separating the
Work with your imagination.
Yeah, that and like your just your own personal life and space. You know, since I do a lot, you know, I'm a Reiki practitioner, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a mentor, I do landscaping on the side, you know, I'm a dog dad, you know, I have all these different responsibilities, but the biggest responsibility is myself. You know, when I first started this business, I was money hungry. You know, I was really just trying to do as much as I can to get the most money so I can pay my bills and have fun. But what happened over time is I just started getting exhausted. Like I literally would have body twitches when I fall asleep, where my girlfriend would not be able to sleep because I am shaking the bed so hard that it feels like an earthquake, because I am just that exhausted. Because I'm working, and when you work out and just you're always moving, your muscles are getting solid. You know, whenever you see like these bodybuilders and stuff, they look super. Everyone says they look solid.
Yeah.
You know, because everything is pumping. But what you don't see is what they do on recovery. You know, they take more time in recovery than they do working out.
Yeah.
But for me, I was just working, moving. And then as soon as I get in that bed and I'm fully relaxed, it's like a rubber band effect.
Yeah.
As soon as I stretch that band and I relax, it doesn't go back to the original state. It's flimsy. And my body responded by just doing like this. My knee would shake, my arm would flop out. I almost fell out the bed once, just from moving so much. And like I was taking energy drinks and stuff too. That was another problem. There's a whole bunch of caffeine.
Yeah.
You know,
You got body armors?
I've had it before, but I usually drink Celsius.
I love Celsius.
What's that?
Celsius is like it's like sparkling water.
Oh.
It's like 0 calories. It's really good. Yeah, because I drink sparkling waters. Like I try to stay away from juice and pop and stuff like that.
You gotta put me on it. Like, they got them at gas stations.
What?
Celsius.
Yeah. The only bad part about them is they kind of expensive. Like a 20, I went into BJ's and a 20 pack is like $40-something.
Yeah.
They expensive.
They are expensive.
I once seen this video. This man was talking about, like, he stopped comparing the price of things. You always look at the value, right? So, a lot of times, like in poor neighborhoods, they mostly eat fast food and what they can afford.
Yeah.
But it's like you gotta look at the longevity. You buy this Big Mac for $5, but how much it costs to treat? Like, you gotta think long term. Like, you mess around and get diabetes, or you mess around and get like something going on with your health.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost more for your health,
Right.
versus you choosing a healthier option. You know, in the long run, it's not really gonna cost you that much.
Yeah.
You know, it is expensive to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not in their vicinity neither, so that's all they see too.
Yeah.
Because the more healthier places are more
Out.
farther out.
Yeah.
Like Whole
true.
Foods, there's
Yes.
not a Whole Foods around us.
Nah.
I only went to that store once.
Yeah.
Me too.
They had a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
And funny enough, like my senior project kind of centered around that stuff. You know, I did research about food deserts in Cleveland, and what that really is how far is a residential area from a fresh marketplace versus a convenience store, because a convenience store is not a grocery store.
No.
Okay.
You see people shop there.
Everybody go there.
Yeah.
You know, in most cases, like in Cuyahoga County, you know, in these little neighborhoods that we have, the nearest grocery store is at least a mile away from someone's house versus a convenience store that's around the corner.
Right.
Yep.
You know, you got these convenience stores, and then you got that liquor store, and then you got a church.
Yeah. Literally right next to each other.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus
That's crazy.
going 2 miles out, going to somewhere like Trader Joe's or Fresh Time, or I mean, Whole Foods is okay. I just don't care for Whole Foods because they got a little too headstrong and their prices are ridiculous for most things. But yes, you get what you pay for, but you know, if you go to Whole Foods and get 2 pounds of ground beef, grass fed, all that mumbo jumbo that they like to feed people that want to be health conscious, and like that 2 pounds is $24. I can go to the Amish country and get 2 pounds for $10.
Remember the Amish country burgers we had at his house?
Yeah, that's because America, they
That's
take
very
things
expensive,
and then sell it back to us more than what it's actually worth.
Well, you know, well, we already know it's like America is a business.
Yeah.
It's a corporate. It's a corporate.
Consumer-based economy, yeah. Because remember we was talking about how, like, you know how in a Home Depot they had like the actual like
The actual
plant.
like you can grow your own food.
Yeah.
And I was like, one day we got to do that. Like,
Yeah.
let's open up something.
But it's like, that's why like land to me is so important, and because I'm just tired of just going into the store and getting like fruits and vegetables from the store, because it's like I feel like regardless you still are gonna have to detox your fruit even if you was to grow it from your own like garden. But it's just like you'll worry about it a lot less, like just less of you'll worry about it less if you would just like grow your own fruit from home than like actually buying it from like the grocery store.
Yeah, you know exactly what's going into your body, and you know exactly how it's growing. Versus you go to the store, they could tell us anything.
Well, I believe most fruits is sprayed with pesticides.
Yes, and that's not even good for
Like
the
apples and stuff like that. That's why they always recommend to like wash them off before we eat them.
Yeah.
And I get it, because like it's to keep the bugs and stuff away, but at the same time it's not good.
But it's
for our body.
still toxic to us
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
not good for our body.
And then too, when it comes to fruit, you gotta look at those stickers. The stickers got certain numbers on there. If it has a 4 starting on it, that means the
GMO.
pesticides and stuff and GMO.
What about threes?
Threes is even worse.
Yeah, three.
Let's talk about that.
He was talking about it. Yeah.
So-
But normally, if it starts with a 9, though, it's more organic.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, the government can label anything and make
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Sometimes I feel like they also do that too, like where they have like they have organic strawberries is more expensive than regular strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, is y'all just labeling it that for y'all to get more money, or is it actually, that's what I be thinking about sometimes when I get the organic. I'm like, I could be getting the same thing, I'm just paying more.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk about like your process of detoxing fruit, because I know you detox your fruit before you like do your juices and stuff, right? So, what do you put like baking soda and stuff in it, or like in like a bowl, or?
Yes and no. It depends on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just washing it is enough. Because I'm juicing. So if you do the whole baking soda thing, that's good for if you're gonna eat it. But if you're juicing, you're gonna get rid of a lot of the toxins if you just wash it.
Okay.
So you say juicy, you talking about like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Versus just cutting it and just eating it.
I got a question. So you eat bananas?
No.
I was about to ask you, like, how do you detox a banana?
Bananas is
They really originally from. I remember I learned from you from Africa. It's
Yeah.
like, cause Africa, like they actually have the seeds inside the banana, like the actual banana. That's what the actual banana is supposed to look like.
It's like
Not
they
what you
don't
see
wanna
like
know.
in the store.
They sucking the seeds on.
they're
Cause how do they take the
They're-
seed out the banana?
It's a lot to deal with like science and taking two, like whatever, I forgot the name. You take the two or whatever and you combine them literally, and you just make it where it doesn't come with seeds. That's the GMO genetically. They genetically modify the banana where the banana can grow without the seed, which is very unnatural.
Yeah. And a lot of the bananas now, they're when they do all the science stuff to it, it's producing more potassium because they want to, make people believe that the only way to get potassium is through these bananas. But you can overdo it with the potassium. 'Cause if you take too much potassium, you can actually get cramps
Yeah.
or diarrhea, or you can throw up, especially if you're on an empty stomach.
That's something I didn't even know about. That's crazy. Damn. It's a lot of research to do on fruit for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know everything about it, but
Yeah.
Because I haven't had a banana in months.
I had one from Aldi's. I ain't never bought that again. Like, cause I noticed the difference when I had a banana from Aldi's versus at Walmart. They got the organic bananas, and it's like you could just like I'm able to tell. And then like they rotted quicker than the ones I had before. Cause the ones I had before, the organics from Walmart, they lasted me about
yeah.
a week, 2
It took
weeks.
it.
I went to Aldi's. They don't last me like 3 days, 4 days. I didn't get to eat all of them.
I do know if you take the bundle of the bananas and you keep them all together with the stem still there, if you put the stem in spring water, it'll keep them fresh for a while.
I didn't know that.
But I haven't had bananas in a while because bananas for me causes mucus to inflame, so I stay away from bananas. Bananas and jackfruit I can't do. It causes mucus to come up.
That's why I also try to stay away from cheese as much as I can, because I know, because dairy products, it creates a lot of mucus as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to stay away from as much dairy products as possible, because I don't feel like I don't want to have that feeling of just like
That bloatness.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like feeling bloated and coughing up that mucus and just stuff coming out your nose and all that other stuff.
Because I did, when I started doing a sauna, like, I would have, like, moments of where, like, mucus would actually, like, come up. And I had to be like, I gotta spit this out somewhere. Because, or to come, like, down from my nose and, like, into my mouth. Because that happened to me today. And I was like, because I haven't done the sauna probably in about, like, 2 or 3 weeks. So, getting back into there, my body probably was shocked.
And that steam room is the truth.
Yeah, hey man, thanks to this man right here, he got me into it. Like,
I've never been in. I gotta go on one.
Yeah, we tried to. I tried to get Tyler in there, but he said it's too hot. I'm like, that's the point. That's the point.
I remember when he first tried to get in there, he went in there with his hoodie.
Oh God, no!
I took my because he was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Man, I'm a G man. I do this for real, man."
Like, okay.
David got this.
I'm like, okay.
And the logs, I got this, man. Well, last minute, I was like, "Let me just take my hoodie," because I was like, "Let me just take it off," okay? Because he keep telling me that it's really hot in there. I'm like, probably like 150, 160. Like, what's that? Went in there, heat wave. I said,
yeah.
And I had my socks on, and I was like, oh my goodness. Because some people be going in there with their sweatpants on, t-shirt, and I'm like,
You ever seen somebody go in there like with a book, like hit the steam room and read a book?
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
ooh, I have not seen that.
Larry Jones.
Because I can't read, and I'm trying to focus on breathing. Breathing is more important to me. So when I'm in there, like I'm like sort of like meditating, because I don't take my phone in. Like I take my phone in there, but I don't get on it. Like some people listen to music, and I feel like I take the time in the sauna to like keep myself away from that. I mean, I do turn on my cool down on my watch, but like as far as like listening to music, I feel like the sauna is like also could be a meditation, and some people like be listening to music. Plus my headphones get too hot, so I can't.
Yeah.
So it's like it forces me to be in there and really take in my breathing and really understand like how I feel in the moment, and like, you know, because I'll do 10 minutes up top.
Yeah, because like out. The current, like when you stand up, it's like it gets hot.
When I went in there, it was like that boy was packed. Yeah, They was like, "You want to sit down?" I'm like, "No, I'll just stand. I'm gonna just stand." And you know, then then I came out, took like a 2-minute rest. You know, threw some water on my head, went back in there, and then finished it out. So, because I worked out for 5 hours
today.
Yeah, because I went to the gym around like 12:40, and you know they had a kids stuff, and you know because really like I would have been out of there about 3, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do legs. That took me about 2 hours because I was kind of prolonging it so I could get to the sauna. Then 3 o'clock came around. They said the ladies on break, so it won't be open till 4. So I ended up hooping a little bit, getting a little cardio in, and then after that I did the sauna.
Nice little session.
What's the benefits to it?
The sauna, man.
I mean, I feel like one of the key things that I read about that I like, I could say like several like different like benefits, but like one of the key ones I heard about, but I don't know if it's true. It said reverse aging. That's what it said. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, if you go in the sauna, you know you'll get younger. Yeah, but like. I'm not saying that, but it's just like all the benefits that it caters to all together is just like lessens down that, or it increases longevity. I'm gonna just say that.
What about from your experience? Like listen.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because like when I would like, because one time I was like kind of like sick, and I had that feeling of like being sick, and then when I went in the sauna for like at least probably like 10 to 15 minutes, I was in there, and that sickness I was feeling when I got out, I was like, damn, that shit kind of went away. Yeah, it went away.
Whenever I get sick, I'll make sure I take myself to the sauna.
Yeah,
that's what, because I was sick like a while ago, like a long time ago, and I was just in there like every single day. Like I'll be in there in the morning, then I'll come back later in the evening and do it, trying to like get back to 100%. And after like a week or so, like my sickness was gone. Because my mom was like, take some Robitussin. And I was like, Mom, I don't need that. I just need a sauna. I told her, I said, sauna. That's where I'm going to. I'm going to the sauna. You know, to sweat out the mucus and you know.
And that's what that does. You know, it sweats out all those
bad things.
Yeah.
Because what's the biggest organ in your body?
Your skin.
Your skin. So everything that has to do with most illnesses, that like the common cold or the flu or stuff like that, like the mucus-based diseases, you know, that can be expelled through the skin. So that's why using the steam room is the most effective, because it makes you sweat. You know, and then too, the difference between like the steam room and the sauna is just pure heat. and it's going to make you sweat. But the steam room has that hydration factor to it, so it will open up your pores like a sauna would, but it will also cause a little bit of hydration in your skin at the same time. So it won't be dry sweat that you're getting from a sauna versus a steam room.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. Yeah. Because I always wondered the difference between steam rooms and saunas.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
And the steam room is better on the lungs too, because you're breathing in oxygen and within the actual steam itself.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in a sauna, that's just dry air.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be harder to breathe in there than it is in the steam room, and you actually feel more refreshed out of a steam room than a sauna, because it takes more work for your body to catch up with that heat in a dry sauna versus a steam room. So I always say go in the steam room, you know. But if you're just looking for that sweat and you're just trying to sweat and clear out your pores, then go in the sauna. You know, that'll give you a quick fix, and you don't have to be in there as long. But I would stay in the steam room for about 30 minutes. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I might take a break for like 2 minutes just to get some water or whatever. But I spend about 30 minutes in there.
Yeah.
Almost an hour. Like I just take breaks, put my feet in the water. Because usually most steam rooms are next to the pool.
Yeah, because
So
it's next to the pool. Yeah.
So I'll probably like dip in the pool real quick just to cool down. Or like some gyms will have like that little shower head next to the pool or something like that. Just rinse off real quick, cool the body down, go back in.
Yeah, that's one lesson I learned too. Like when I was doing a sauna, like I didn't know you're supposed to like wash that stuff off, because basically like it's you know the whatever you like cleared out is still on your skin. So and then I ended up with like bumps and stuff. I'm like, I thought it's supposed to help me. I'm like, I thought it's supposed to help me. It's giving me bumps and I'm itching and I'm like, what's wrong? And then somebody told me, they was like, yeah, you're supposed to wash that stuff off after you get done so it doesn't re-enter your body.
Yep.
That's a good thing you told me that. See, now I know.
Yeah.
If I was to ever, when I ever go to the steam room or a sauna, I know what's that.
So what steam room do you go to? Because I don't know about one. I don't know of the Y. The Y has one, like any Y.
So I go to the Y downtown. The one downtown has one.
Okay.
They have both a steam room and a sauna. Yeah, and their steam room is actually pretty good. Yeah.
Because I got a worldwide membership, so try them out.
Yeah.
How you feel about cold showers?
Love them.
Oh man,
Oh man.
that's something I've been practicing ever since our senior year. So we've been out of school since 2020. So I've been practicing that since 2020.
Yeah.
And like I noticed like the difference and changes when I take that versus a hot shower.
Oh yeah.
Because for one, when you're taking a cold shower, closing your pores versus a hot shower, hot water opens up your pores, so you letting all that back. You let things into your pores.
Yeah.
And like, it's just so many benefits to cold shower. I don't even know where to start. Like for me, like it'll boost my energy. Like it's better than coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when that cold water touches your body, your brain, like you go into shock mode.
Yeah.
And it also expands your muscles. There's so many benefits to it.
Every time I take a cold shower, it's like my breathing go away. So I be, I be like, okay.
That's why like you want to just try to ease your way into it. Like start off with like that warm water.
That's
I
what
don't like doing that though, because it's like either way, I'm gonna be like it's gonna happen either way.
Say you like get over with.
I'm gonna go ahead, hit me with the cold shower so my body can get used to it, so I can clean myself.
Yeah.
Plus, it kind of save on the water bill too, because you
Yeah,
ain't
it
in there.
does.
You ain't in there
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what I should have did. Like when I first started off, I was talking to Jakar. Shout out Jakar. I was talking to Jakar, David, and we were just having a conversation about it after track practice. And I had tried it. My first time trying, I'm like, oh, like, I don't think I'm cool. But I started practicing it longer, and eventually I just started loving them. And when I first started, I started off strictly cold.
Yeah.
Now I started off warm.
Yeah.
Then work my way cold because I like to keep that balance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been working. Yeah.
You ever heard of cryotherapy?
Ooh, that
Sound
sucks.
familiar?
That's
What's that?
cryo.
Like ice baths?
Sort
Yes.
of.
It has no ice involved.
It's no ice. It's liquid nitrogen.
That's
Is
what,
that the like you
when-
standing
so they
up?
put like
standing
they put
up,
like
yeah.
things around you, because that's like what some bodybuilders do to like recover fast.
Yeah.
They do the cryotherapy. They basically like they stand in this thing and like the only thing that's sticking out is your head,
Yep.
and then you just
Oh, I never
just-
tried
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's exactly okay. Yeah, that's what I thought that was.
I
Okay.
never tried that.
It's a place I go to in Beechwood called Northeast Cryo. They have the cryotherapy, leg compression, and then they have like this cryo skincare thing that they do. It's kind of like a facelift. They have like this little pin that will spew out that liquid nitrogen. It's just really cold, and they do like around your eyes to help your bags kind of deflate. It takes a while for it to see results in that, but it is effective. But when it comes to like cryotherapy for the whole body, you're only in there for about 3 minutes. It feels like an hour because it's just super cold. There's 3 different levels. I think the 3rd level is over like negative 200 some degrees. Like it's pretty
it's cold.
it's pretty
It's colder
cold.
than space.
You know.
I don't know, dude, because I be breathing. I might stop.
Yeah,
I
so-
might stop breathing.
So what's that first level like?
So the first level is cool. Like that feels like an ice bath kind of thing. But once you get past like the 2 and level 3, it's cold. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's very cold. I remember one time, because they tell you, don't shower 30 minutes before, because if you have any moisture on your skin, it will freeze.
Ooh.
And I made a mistake and put lotion on.
Oh,
Damn.
I don't know, 15, 20 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
I got out, my knees, I was like
For real?
trying to move my leg because the lotion, the moisture from the lotion froze my knees.
yeah.
Oh crap. That's crazy.
So I was just like standing there doing this for like, I don't know, probably like 10 seconds. It didn't take too long for it to get the feeling back, but still, it's just, when you get out of it, it's like, oh, can't move my
I gotta
leg.
try it. I'm most definitely try it for sure.
Yeah,
How much did you have to pay for it?
Yeah, it's your first session is $25.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
That's another health benefit to cold showers, like especially for us men, like it boosts testosterone through the roof. Like it's so many health benefits. Like if you go on YouTube and look it up, like I looked into it, tried it, and I'm seeing like
Results,
it worked for me.
Yeah,
that's what I appreciate. Like,
I always tell people after a workout, take a cold shower because that's going to speed up your recovery.
and I feel like that's what kept me going. Like every day after track practice, like we do a crucial workout.
Yeah.
Instantly take a cold shower as soon as I get home. Like, and I remember indoor track. It's snowing during the time, so I used to walk from the cold just to get in the cold.
Yeah.
I used to love them. I used to love what it did for me. Like, what else it do? Let's see. Because there's just so many health benefits. Boost testosterone. Oh, it help with your immune system. Like, you want to get sick as much. Because your body dealing with that cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, use the elements for your advantage to heal you. Water, hot or cold, is very healing for the body. When it comes to air, how you breathe, it's very important for the body too. Some people can have shallow breathing, and what that means is you're not taking in enough oxygen to go to your brain to allow you to function better. If you take a moment and actually take a breath, there's a sense of light that you get when you do that versus just breathing how you breathe on
That's
a
something that's
consistent
taught me too.
basis.
Just I'm gonna touch back on what you said. Like when you first get in, all you do. Yeah, so like when you take the cold shower and you sit in that water, and like you start focusing on your breath.
Yeah.
it make it more. It make the experience go by more smooth.
Yeah, mine start up, but then I go,
Like you learn how to control your breathing.
yeah. And I flex like every single muscle when I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Like I could be having like I could feel drained. I could feel really drained. Once I take that cold shower, it's like I just get this boost of energy out of nowhere. That's one of the main things I love about it. Like, because you know your body is like a magnet,
Yeah.
and so you attract in many different kind of energies to you throughout the day. And it's like by taking a cold shower, like to me, it felt like it get rid of all that energy, all that negative energy. Not saying I'd be wrong. Like I'm just saying like it helps with boosting your energy.
Yeah.
No, it definitely does.
I feel like it also helps with like I would say semen retention as well. Like if you get the urge, you just take a cold shower, it immediately like what you felt 10 minutes ago, you don't feel that way no more. So
it kills the urge for sure.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. It's so
because your body go into shock, so it's like, man, I ain't worried about this no more.
It's so many benefits. I could go on and on. Like, oh, it helps with discipline,
Yeah.
and also,
Yes.
yeah. What else? What else it helps with? I feel like it also helps with facing your fears.
Okay.
Cause don't nobody want to just wake up and step in a cold ass shower.
Yeah, it's a mindset. Like even when I'm like, sometimes I'll throw on some music. Like feel like I'm lifting weights. Like it'd be like, okay, I got to throw on some music just to jump in, and cause I jump in like instead of me, I don't jump in from like back there with the water touching my leg and then it go up all the way up here. I jump like my head hit it first, and then I just kind of. The worst thing about it, like when it hit my back, that's where I'd be like, when it hit my back, it'd be like, oh my goodness, like I can't do this. So that's the first thing I'll jump in with is like I'll just start like turning around, and also it also clear your head too, like it make you think like.
I always think about like my day.
Yeah.
Every time I step in.
Where we at on the time?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Definitely make you face your
I think that's about covers it for real.
I know we can go on and on.
I know, but we on time. We on time right now.
I was gonna say if anybody has any last questions for me, we'll wrap it up.
Y'all have any questions for? Well, we could probably talk about his weight journey. Because
I need some of them juices to help me. Like I've been trying, and I feel like I'm stuck. Like I've been doing. I think I need to change my routine, but adding the sauna kind of helped me lose some more weight. But it's something that I feel like I'm missing because I was doing the lifting, hooping, and that helped me lose like 50 something pounds, 50, 60 pounds.
Good.
Cause I was I'll show you a picture of what I used to look like.
Okay.
Man.
Cause I was, boy, them high school days, it was rough, man. It was rough.
But y'all, that just about covers it. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. But we truly appreciate you for having us come in to the studio, and
High vibration. All right.
Yeah, man.
I can feel the energy in here as soon as I walked in here.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, it was nice. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, for sure, man. And is there anything you want the people to know, like business wise, what you got coming up, and links and websites or anything, what you got going on?
Well, everything's on my Instagram.
Yeah.
So my Instagram is Your Wellness. Well, Your Wellness LLC. You'll see pretty much some videos, pictures of me doing stuff with personal training. You'll see pictures of the space. Things that are coming soon. I'm getting a leg compression suit. Getting a foot detox machine that helps pull out the toxins in your body. I do Reiki therapy. I have 3 different services when it comes to that. I have a relaxation session. It's an hour, about 15 minutes. Then I have what is called Holy Fire Reiki therapy, and that's a little bit more more intimate in the sense of what we're going to talk about after the session.
Yeah.
You know, we take the energy that you come in with and we talk about what it's doing for you and how to change it so it can do more for you as well. And then the last thing that I do is called cocoon opening. So I use hammocks. I mean, if people don't want to be in a hammock, they can be on a massage table. But the premise of the hammock is to give you that butterfly effect where you feel that you're floating and you feel enclosed and you're tapping into a piece of spaciousness that you never really felt before. But I'll do Reiki therapy with that, and with that it'll be like aromatherapy, sound frequency healing. I have my singing bowls that I'll use as well, to give you an all-around experience. And then when you come out of that hammock, you feel like you're floating like a butterfly. You know, so
That's amazing, bro.
And then besides everything in here, do personal training. I specialize in calisthenics and strength and conditioning, but I also do a little bit of endurance training, and then I do taekwondo training for self-defense as well, and kickboxing and a little bit of jiu-jitsu.
When I was a kid, I used to always want to do that. Like learn kung fu.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to play the game.
Like I used to watch a lot of movies. I used to really think I could do that stuff too.
Yeah, so if you ever want to, you know, tap in on something like that, even if it's just on a self-defense level, you know, you just want to learn how to defend yourself, that's something we can work on as well. You know, I do knife self-defense, gun self-defense, and just hand-to-hand combat as well.
I like your services.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll make sure I put all his links in the description and everything. And yeah, bro, it's most definitely worth it to tapping into, bro. Y'all gotta tap in with this man for sure.
We gonna come back with a part 2 because it's so much.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a part 2.
Yes, there's so much we could talk about because, you know, we are what needs to be talked about. You know, black people, we need to be talked about more. You know, and I'm really, you know, it's not even like a sense of pride that I get from seeing you guys do this. It's more of like inspiration and hope.
Yeah.
Because, you know, America, the world itself can be full of distractions, but it takes people like us to be outside of those distractions and stay real. You know, because you can get caught up in the world's all the shitty stuff that's going on in the world, but that's not happening in your world. That's why this is called Your Wellness. Your Wellness stands for your own universal reality of wellness.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Your own universal reality of wellness. Because how I live works for me. How you live works for you. So on for you guys. You know, everyone is different, but when you come in here, it's not that I'm challenging you to make you feel that you're doing things wrong. I want you to come in here knowing that you can be open and express yourself so that you won't make any decisions that you will ever feel wrong again. You know, you want to be confident in yourself so that you're able to do whatever you want, how you want to do it, and feel good about it. And not have judgment from other people because you're worried about how they're going to feel.
I seen this post that said, I posted it one time, we love ourselves more than anybody else could, but we often care about what other people think more than our own. We care about other people's opinion more than our own.
And I always tell people, you know, you're your number one star player. You can be your biggest critic, but you can also be your biggest cheerleader. But you have to balance those things out. And that's the stuff that we talk about, you know. So, you know, keep learning, keep challenging yourself, get comfortable with the uncomfortable, and just keep flowing.
And that's about does it, man. We see y'all the next episode. We out of here.
Make sure you use that 9 to 5 from the 5 to 9 so the 5 to 9 can come 24/7.
We out.
Hey.